The real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. 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 Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for stopping by the live stream again. Shout out to the NTZ crew. There's Jacob Tanjay. I know Michael Beach of Life is going to be on here. Shout out to all of my members. There's Moments with Mitch. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for, and your secretary, for putting my theme song in a different file. That way we can hear it all the time. I love LaChon. Cisco, what's up, man? All my members, all my old heads. There's Kamal. Donald Bledsoe, HTO, what's up? King Arthur, Sam McCall. Okay, yeah, you back home in the United States, man. How's everything going over there? Is Trump out of jail yet over there or what? Any new viewers and subscribers joining us today, welcome. And anybody catching this on replay, the peso is 57.44. I take that every day, twice on Sundays, man. That's a great rate. You should be living it up over here if you're over here. We always have a topic. Today's topic is live each day as if it were your last. Your time's not running out, but your life is. You know, we like to talk about that fourth quarter stuff, getting the most out of life. You know, what are your goals? What are you doing? Are you really living your best life right now? Are you the best version of yourself? And if not, what are you doing to get there? This is what I want to talk about. We don't have time to be bullshitting, man. What's up, Tim West? Of course, you know, this is your live stream. Put it over here, and if I can get to it, I will. Golden Gate. It's official, May 2nd, 2024. It starts at 4 p.m. Meg's Resort. Right up the street from me, maybe 2 kilometers from me. It's a nice venue. I've had 2 meet and greets there prior. It's a nice place. Got a swimming pool if you want to go swimming. I made the reservation for 50 people, but if more people show up, I'll pay the extra. But it's going to be nice, man. We're going to have the karaoke machine, either DJing music or people can sing if they like. But I promise you, man, you're going to meet some great people. They always show up at the meet and greets. Okay, you're going to see the type of people who not only follow my channel, but who end up over here in the Philippines. I've got a few people coming from Thailand. But yeah, I would love for y'all to join me. That's going to be a good time. You know, and then, it's, you know, Merle and I are celebrating 5 years. And of course, her birthday is coming up, and so is mine in May. But let's talk a little bit about a couple of videos, you know, because I didn't have my live stream yesterday that I made since the last time that I was on live stream. Golden Gate says, I hope you video record parts of your meet and greet. I usually do, especially there. I'm even thinking about doing a short live stream if the signal is right. Remember, this is kind of going up on the footsteps to those mountains as you go through Don Salvador Mountains to Bacolod. But yeah, we're going to try to do that. But I've had several people meet at my meet and greets, man, you know, couples, I'm saying. Because, you know, Marilyn always invites some of her friends and stuff. And let's talk about friends a little bit, because I did a video yesterday. And Friends, you know, are our connection to back home. And I'm not gonna lie to you. We underestimate friendship in the Philippines, you know. I don't know why, but we do. We say, well, we don't want to be around other foreigners and we don't want trouble and the gossip and the drama. But it's really not like that. And you'll see it when you come to the meet and greet. You're going to see the type of people who are really over here. Because the honeymoon is going to end, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? It just is. A little bit more than, have you eaten yet? Did you take your shower? Are you hungry? Are you okay? You just want to talk about some stuff like when Alan was over here from Seattle, and I apologize, Alan, I called you Alex last time. Me and him were having a man's talk, you know, and Merlin heard some of it. And I was like, this is man's talk. You know, stop meddling, but that's just man's talk. And you need to do that from time to time. I'm a loner. Don't get me wrong. I'm comfortable by myself, but a good conversation and be around good people every now and then, man, it's beneficial, man. It's healthy. Every article that I read about, you know, friendship and everything. But I want to talk a little bit about the video I made today. Remember, my videos are inspirational, motivational, sometimes entertaining, but most of the time informative. But I never disrespect anybody or bash anybody, put anybody down. That video was really to say that we matter over here. Stop making it all about the woman. Okay, remember, you matter. You're the party. You're the reason a lot of this stuff is going on. She knows your worth, but you don't. I'm just trying to let people know their worth, their value, because we come over here and lay down for some reason. We put the woman on the pedestal. You put yourself up there. Okay, give yourself a standing ovation. All the good that we're doing over here. You take all that stuff for granted. And if she calls your bluff, put your foot down and say, okay. All you got to do is ask that one question. If she wants to get too big for her britches, what were you doing before I showed up? We're not trying to be disrespectful. We're just trying to say, hey, look, I matter too in the relationship. It takes two to tango. But it goes deeper than money. Money alone is not enough, okay? How many times do we have to see where the foreigner gives the woman money and she squanders it? It's gone. You have to be here to make it all work. And that's why she treats you the way she does. It's the reason she takes such a good care of you. A whole lot better than the Filipino man, who, by the way, she treats damn good. But it's not going to work if it's just the money, guys. That's not true. Okay, because I've seen it with my own. I had millions of pesos go right through the hands of the woman. And she's back to zero again. Okay? You have to be here for the dream to work, man. Okay? I'm just telling you the truth. And she knows that. So your feet aren't going to touch the ground. She's going to make sure you take a bath. And did you take your vitamins today? Did you go to the gym? Here, let me give you a massage. Because women here aren't stupid. They're quite intelligent. But there's a poverty over here that's incomprehensible to you. You've never seen it before. You've never experienced it. And you stand between them and that poverty. And all that talk about, oh, we may be poor, but we're happy, that's bullshit. Okay? You can't be happy and your stomach's growling. Okay? I'm just being honest. I'm just trying to level the playing field. Stop coming over and laying down, man. You matter. Okay? We're not, and people like us are in great demand over here. Doesn't matter if you're 18 or 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. Are you going to respect a woman? As long as you don't mistreat her, you're going to take good care of her, okay? You're in demand. And competition here is very, very fierce. Okay? Women don't want to lose the good thing they've got. Okay? That's why you want to understand why, okay, everywhere you go, she's like a shadow. She cannot afford to lose you, period. End of story. But we don't get enough of that. All we get is these grinning men on on YouTube telling you how fantastic their wife or girlfriend is. Never talking about the part they play. Okay, calm down a little bit. Okay? I'm sorry. Yeah, and see, he's right what I'm talking about. But all that American stuff, come on, guys. But yeah, they do come from putting women on a pedestal. Put your damn self up there. You've done a damn good job. You dirty puppy, I hope he's on here. He sees this video. He's telling the truth. He said, I want to stop the cycle of poverty in my wife's family. Don't you think he should be given some credit for that, man, for doing that? He's saying a lot, by the way. And that's what a lot of us have done. But we think it's nothing. We take it for granted. We always worry about what the woman wants, how to keep her happy. No, this woman knows your worth better than you know. That's why she treats you that way. They treat these Filipino men damn good, but they take you to a whole other level. Okay? Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Come on. Y'all know I'm the only one on here talking like this. Everybody else is grinning and cheesing and talking about, oh, she's so fantastic. Here's where you can find one at. No, you are the hunted here. Let's get that. I'm trying to flip the script back because they flipped the script. You got the dating sites on their side. Then you got all these vloggers on the side because they're selling you a dream. I get it. I'm not knocking them. That's part of their brand. That's what keeps you coming back to their channels. They're selling you that dream, but it takes you to make the dream work. You're the party maker. I don't want men to forget that, so I remind you every now and then. You mad over here, damn it. The party don't start till you get here. You are the diamond. You are the catch. Okay, you are the prize. Anybody that wants to push back on there can kiss my black behind. You fooling yourself. Oh, you're trying to be mean, Calvin. You're starting something. No, I'm just telling you the truth. And people want to hear, they don't want to hear that. He said, their pension is sexy. Some guy wrote me, he said, man, Cal, he said, if you could have been a fly on the wall, on my wall while your video was playing, he said, because him and his wife, they were watching it together. You know, and I'm just saying, I'm just stating the facts, right? What's right in front of me. You cannot deny it. And if the tables were turned, it'd be the same way. That's one Philly vibe said, hey man, you weren't kidding. That grass out there is looking pretty brown. Don't worry, I'll bring some rain in September. Yeah, it's coming in August. But I can't remember the last time it's rained here. And they really need rain. We don't pay that stuff attention. Somebody's suffering here because of that. There's certain barangays and provinces that are on a state of alert. A drought, man. They're experiencing extreme drought. So the crops aren't growing, man. I haven't looked into it to see how drought really affects us, but yeah, people are suffering. I mean, it's really bad. You can go outside of my house. I've never seen the ground in front of my house. It's bare ground out there. It's usually lush, green, damp grass, full of frogs, and you know you got the cows going around eating. Them cows are starving. He said the Sunshine Shoulders reset this live, brother. You're out of sync. Yeah, it eventually catch up. It's live. It's YouTube because my viewers are from all over. It depends on where you're watching me from. My videos do that sometimes. Ron Lawson said, hey, Cal, what is one of the things the women enjoy doing the most? What do they look forward to? You getting here and getting off the plane. Okay. One of my buddies sent me a video today. He was coming back to the Philippines. He's getting out. He said, you ought to make a video of that. And his woman standing there with the camera gives him a hero's welcome, like he's coming back from World War II. But you know, they're simple, man. They live a simple life over here. Whatever you want to do, they're going to do it. You want to go to the beach? They like to go to the beach. They're family oriented. Sunday is family day over here. But they're simple. You can take her out to get a halo and just sit there in the park because they know how to relax over here. We don't. So as long as it's simple, Ryan, that's why I'm telling you that we overspend over here. Filipinos live a simple life. It doesn't take a whole lot to make her happy. We go overboard. But yeah, just buy her halo and sit out in the park on the beach. He says, I definitely don't feel hunted. Yeah, you did when you was online. That's where they hunt you. Angelo, okay? Don't think that the fact that she's already got you. You're in a damn cage. They can't get to you. How are they going to get to you? So the other animals just keep on going. The other lions and predators keep on going. She got you in the damn cage. He said he don't feel hunted. Yeah, because you captured already. And put up into a safe place. Yeah, he said you need to talk to other expats sometimes, or else it would drive you crazy. Here in Tagalog, Abasayan, Chalbacan, and all the time will make you feel some kind of way. You need an interaction with other expats. You do. It's your connection to back home. Because you're in the Philippines, just because they speak English doesn't mean they're going to speak English. You know, let me put this out here, man. Leave regular guy alone. You guys, y'all are supporting these channels, man. Man ain't done nothing illegal. And if he has, let the Philippine authorities handle that. I mean, I feel some kind of way because that's how they were doing me. I've been under that, like like that, man. It's not fair, man. You know, the people haven't even they're trying to get people in trouble, man. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Because why would you go after somebody on YouTube when there's 1,000 other men doing 10 times worse than what he's doing? You're never going to stop that. You don't have any authority. You know, I just feel bad for him, man. Like, I don't have to agree with him. I don't have to hang around with him. But what we do to our fellow man over here is shameful, man. We don't care. People can't come up with content, so that's what they do. They stoop to that level where they want to. It's a witch hunt now, man. Oh man, I tell you, it really bothers me. That's all I'm going to say about it. I've said that, and that's it. Hey, chill, Will. He said, treat them with respect and have an income to provide a decent life will get you a long-lasting relationship. Yeah, but see, that's all. That's as far as we go with it, chill, Will. That's as far as we go with it. We don't look any deeper than that because we're afraid to go down that rabbit hole. You'll be afraid of what you're gonna find. Okay, so we keep it basic like that, and that's okay. You know, but I'm not afraid to go down there a little bit. Okay. He said it's almost like global climate change is a real thing. Well, these seasons come around like this, like El Nino, La Nina. They got names for them, and the weather patterns. This planet is not standing still, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what your senses are telling you. See, them 5 senses you learn about in school, we've got more than 5 senses. Because if you depend on those 5 senses only, you're only going to get so far because they're going to fool you. We're not standing still. We're actually spinning at 1,037 and a third miles per hour as we're rocketing through the universe at 60,000 miles per hour. You and saying, oh, we're standing still. It's a lot going on. And just because you can't see it or feel it doesn't mean it's not there. Look at the micro. It's a whole other universe. The microorganisms and all of that. See, if you come on my channel, we'll talk about stuff like that. We're going to peek beneath the surface because that's all y'all want to do is remain on the surface. That's too easy. That's too easy. He said they have that grass over here in John Team here. Lime green, yeah. But El Nino rather, is over here, the Pagasa, the weather station, they called it. They said it way back in January. Really December. They said, yeah, it's coming. March is going to be, March to May is going to be the worst time. Then they said August comes around, here's La Nina, bringing with it the storms and the rain. So I can just imagine we're probably going to get some hell of a storms and hell of a rain. If it does the same thing as this damn El Nino. Hey, can y'all let Curly in? He's not gonna stop, man, until she let him in. Well, I tolerate you. I know you're not a Filipino, okay, first of all. He says, our aim is to control foreign men and have Filipino young men at the same time. Yeah, and a lot of women doing that, but you don't have time, okay, because I'm going to tell you what. You're too busy with your foot on our neck. And when you got your foot on my neck, you can't go anywhere either, okay? What's up, Louise? You coming back, man. I hear you, brother. If you come to Cebu, let me know, man. I'll come down there, man. We'll go out and eat again. Mike Dorserville says, it looks like the guy in the Filipino Pizza Day in today's video watched you. He also said that we are the prize. It's so funny when he said that. Yeah, they watch me, man. They just don't give me the credit. I don't care. I don't need that credit. I know they watch me. I know she watches me, or whoever's working with her is watching me. What time did Travis say, Cal, I like the video today regarding needing a friend. Man, I'm with you. We need that Expat Community Center. We're going to do that. Even if it's just as simple as maybe a 2-story house with a pool table, big screen television, music, refrigerator, and a kitchen. Just somewhere, it'd probably be in Cebu or Dumaguete or one of those places where people can just come around, man. We're going to have a guard there, a real live guard. So if people start something, you're going to get kicked out. But you're a member as long as you say you're a member. But if you get, if you're there arguing and all that bullshit, you're gone till you calm down, you can come back. But it's definitely needed. He said if he's coming from America, he is coming back from World War II. Yeah, but it's funny that the guy said that because it's true. He got off he showed me, because that's what I told him. I said, the first and only time that I ever arrived in an airport and a woman was waiting with me, holding a sign with my name on it, was in the Philippines. April 2009. It's never happened before, never happened since. Okay, but I had no idea what I was coming into. Now they probably got flashing signs with flashing lights and everything. Hey, what's up, Jacob? Yeah, man, we want to talk about our five senses, and we really think we're standing still. We're not, guys. What else are your five senses lying to you about? If it's lying to you about that, because you know good and damn well you think you're standing still, but it's amazing, man, how powerful universal law is. It's all around us, but we don't want to look at it. It's so much easier to point at some white man with a beard in the sky because we're lazy. Okay? I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I met him. I don't know a whole lot about him, but I met him. And if he's doing something illegal, if anybody's doing something illegal, the Filipino authorities are capable of handling that. They don't need us to do that stuff because now if you want to be the police, first of all, it's going to draw the wrong type of people to your channel. Okay, be careful what you wish for because that karma and all those other universal laws are real. It's going to be like a slingshot. The further you pull that thing back, the farther you're going to fly and the harder that rock's coming at you. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying, I don't know a whole lot about it. I know he doesn't deserve that because people can't come up with content on their own. Okay, get him put out of here. What's that? What, you going to pat yourself on the back? Then what? They're going to turn to somebody else. I told y'all that already when they were attacking me. I said, if we don't stop it now, who's next? Because I wasn't the first, but they only get the ones who are going up. See, now that I've leveled off, they've left me alone because people know it's bullshit. But he's on a ascent. He's real popular. Videos get thousands of views. He's like he's a YouTube celebrity. It's certain levels of YouTube celebrity over here, because Filipinos don't know who he is. Foreigners know who he is, but Filipinos don't. Okay. Now if he's got his camera in his hand, they'll wonder, oh, is he a vlogger? Because vlogging in the Philippines is something totally different. They will make a celebrity out of you than any other place. But yeah, he certainly won. And people are jealous of that. That's why they come after you like that. See, Filipino people know me because of my giving back. I'm not only known from the foreigner side, but I'm known for the Filipino side. See, I would love to interview some of these YouTube celebrities just to see how they handle it. Did you ever see yourself, being put in a light like that, man? Because I'm going to tell you, they treat me like an absolute celebrity here in St. Carlos City. You would think that, David Chappelle was in town or something. And, you can't, I really can't handle it, man. I can't handle the attention. But I'd like to do a video like that, but only if I'm able to interview somebody to tell them, man, how do you deal with that? That would be the question I would ask Filipino Pete. Our old dog new tricks, which I'm on a whole other level than them, though. See, they known by the foreigners. Filipinos don't know them. If old dog new tricks, as big as he is, if he came to St. Carlos City, they wouldn't pay him a bit of attention. They wouldn't know who he was. Same with Filipino Pete. But if I go to Dumaguete, Filipinos know me there. When I went to Cagayan de Oro, they know me there, man. They know me in Manila, Cebu, Dumaguete, all over, Zamboanga. I was shocked, man. He said, Cal, your video isn't too clear. I don't know what's going on. Wait, let me open up. But that has a lot to do, guys, with me not having a lot of friends because you don't know, some people just want to meet you. John was like my friend because he knew me really before the channel. But that's an interesting topic because y'all really don't know what some of us go through on a daily basis. Y'all take it for granted, but you know, be careful what you wish for. No, I'm not using it. I just opened this up. Yeah, it's a connection. There's Garden Girl. Now she's known by foreigners, but if she comes to the San Carlos City, nobody would know who she is. Okay, so you seem to be having a bandwidth problem. I don't understand what's going on. I don't have anything on, but I mean it's hot here. Maybe the heat has something to do with it. What's up? Well, it's not just certain uh, people. They it's the same group of trolls and haters and shit starters. Okay, they just pick a different victim. He says, so why is this regular? So who is this regular guy? Someone who eats prunes all the time? No, he's a guy who has a popular YouTube channel. They're saying that he's I don't know. I met him before. I didn't have to reach out to him. He stayed in my house before. Stayed in my guest house on my property. I didn't feel any kind of way with him. I mean, we didn't do a video together or nothing like that. But he's just a regular guy. That's why he calls himself the regular guy. But they're gonna make something out of it. Is all I'm saying because they can do it. Okay, it doesn't take a whole lot because I was watching a channel the other day and man, I tell you, it got under my skin because I saw a guy in there talk. He's not even in the Philippines. He's talking about he needs to find out how to report somebody in the Philippines. And man, you talking about my blood boiling because that's what they did to me. See, and they'll go after him. They'll put him on the grill, and then they'll go back to their business. Hey, what's up, Larry? Long time, man. It's just uncalled for. Yeah, man. It's just crazy. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't know what he's okay. Well, he's a cute. You'd have to ask them really. They're saying he likes young women. Okay, well, if they're 18 and over, they're grown women. But they really don't have any. They haven't been in a hotel room with him and the woman and got a real film there and saying, "Hey, look, yeah, we've got that bad." He said, "For some reason, Americans think it's their job to run the world. We do that everywhere we go." And Canadians are Americans 2.0. They're the same way. Hey, hon, do me a favor. Is Booby watching the TV? Cut it off. There's something going on with my Wi-Fi. It's not going off and on, but it's lagging and everything. I could start. I could start my live. I mean, I could start the router over if y'all want to wait for 5 or 10 minutes. Let me know. Put a one up there if you don't mind waiting for me to restart the router, to reboot it. It usually takes like 5 minutes. But be careful, man. I'm just gonna tell you, be careful. Okay, hon, yeah, go ahead and restart that router. Reboot it, hon. Reboot that. Did you hear me? Yeah, I'm on my. She's rebooting the Wi-Fi. I'm on my um, load right now. Yeah, you know, some people just like they like to put them two together, Sam. What's up, Kevin? That's Johnny S. I just think it's real messy. I don't know. Does other YouTubers go through that in other countries? I don't ever see it. I only see it over here in the Philippines. I mean, we really police each other. Look, understand that the bad guys are not on YouTube. Yeah, I think you know he's got a unique channel. He's funny to me. You know, I don't really watch a lot of his stuff. He's got great thumbnails. Okay, I know that. Okay, there you go. All good. Yeah, it's because I'm on my load now. Maybe I just should stay on my load. Yeah, I'm ex-military, Navy, Norfolk, Dallas. Let's talk about the motherboard. Yeah, that's what's waiting for you, north side of Dallas. Thanks for that super chat. I do have a problem with my options and my choices over there, which are the motherboard. He says, anybody told me I look better blurry. Well, I look good over here, man, you know, because of, you know, the fact that I'm a savior here. I'm not just a boyfriend or a husband. I mean, you know, put some respect on us on men over here. They always try to put us down. Oh, it's sex pets. Oh, with this and that. Now, we're saviors to a lot of people over here. Put some respect on our name. Okay? That's what I'm telling you today. Well, you can say all that other stuff. Hey, Dwayne Rosenthal, welcome to the Sunshine Shoulders community. Thank you for your support. Yeah, whatever you do, don't forget, don't leave that part out, the good that we're doing. They're quick to jump on that bandwagon because that brings views, that brings clicks. The last man in Jersey says, does tattoos mean that a woman is a hooker and taboo? I didn't see many regular women with tats. No, it's just something that is popular now. That's all. It doesn't. Now, if you see them with all over and either they're in some type of music scene or something, okay. Um, but for the most part, remember, Filipino women, they're very conservative in public anyway. But I wouldn't let that mean a whole lot. Now, if all are on, because over in Thailand, it's like a cultural thing, really. He says, I think the American wave of expats is just starting to crest. Well, it's always been pretty quiet over here. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. The Philippines is a long way from America, and what we're supposed to be coming over here for, there's a lot of that in between America and the Philippines. You're talking about a million, at the peak, a million Americans were coming here every year, Barry. But how many of them are married? How many are single? I mean, how many are married? How many are women? How many are gay? How many are working over here really and, you know, and don't have any interest in relationships and stuff like that? And how many single men? And 1 million, which would be what? What would that be? 750,000 a month in a country. No, it would be 75,000 a month in a country of 110 million. That's a drop in the bucket. It really is, man. It's always been quiet over here. Hey, John Thomas, he said that Jim Croce song and video almost brought tears to my eyes. I was just messing around, man. I just sang right into my phone. No microphone and stuff. Although I'm gonna make a studio over here. And you brought up something. You reminded me of something. I went back. I was just watching my video yesterday, and Geechee Land, he uploaded a video of his in the studio. He must have been in his 30s. And I'm gonna tell you, man, Geechee Land was the real deal back then. You know, as you get older, your voice changes. You can't, hit the notes you used to could hit. You're older. But it's a song, it's called Jump for Joy. I should have put the link in here, man. It's really a great song. It really shows you that, what he's talking about is real. He really is a songwriter and entertainer. He was doing it for years. I mean, they're in the studio. He's got the bass player, the lead, the sax, and him. And it's a dynamite song, by the way. Hey, James K., what's going on, man? I hope things good for you and your family. Victor Marshall said, your Yummy 6 advice, I think, is the best listening to and applying. It has been successful even here in the States, especially with Asian women and them pink toes. Yeah, we're all chasing the same women. You chase them 10s and 15s online. It's like chasing a ghost. Those are the ones that you have a problem with. Okay? That you built their heads up. They're really thinking that. Hey, Michael Alexander, what's up, brother? Thanks for all your support, man. I know you've been following me for about, a year and a half or something? He said, Jim Croce? Who's Jim Croce? Oh, well, yeah, you're kind of young. But I guess you would call him a folk singer or soft rock. I mean, he was only really big for a very short time. He died in a plane crash. And the story around his death, man, is really sad because he had made an agreement to do a concert. I want to say, I'm trying to think where it was. It was in Indiana somewhere, I want to say. But anyway, this was when he wasn't famous. Then all of a sudden, he becomes super famous. Okay, the commitment he made, he wasn't able to fulfill it. So all of a sudden, he becomes this, larger than life figure. He's a superstar. He went back to fulfill that commitment and was after leaving that concert on a college campus, less than 1,000 people in attendance that he wasn't even going to get paid for, that he died. That's why I respect him. I respect people like that. Because when you keep your word like that, a good name is worth more than gold, man. Jay Shabazz says, I'm thinking about going to Thailand for 2 months to get it out of my system before coming to the Philippines. I don't want to hurt nobody. Well, there's no victims over here, Jay Shabazz. Okay, I would be more concerned about myself and getting hurt. Hey, thank you. I think we all, if we sing in our key, everybody's got a song they can really sing. I can only sing certain songs. But I grew up on Jim Croce. I was maybe 9 or 10 when maybe less than that. When he was really, really big. Operator, Bad Bad, Leroy Brown, Junkyard Dog. He had so many songs in just a short period of time. And he was gone. He died in that plane crash. Yeah, hit that like button, members, visitors, and lurkers. Thank you. I mean, I just happened to grow up in a time. I'm 60 years old, man. I've seen a lot. There's probably been more legends in my lifetime, probably than any other time in human existence. I mean, I don't care what category with music, movie stars, sports, academia. I mean, we come along in a great time, guys. Yeah, he's a legend. Yeah, sad how he died. He wasn't even going to get paid. And it was only like 1,000 people. It was at a college, a small college. But he went back to fulfill that commitment, man. He died. Him and the guy that's always sit, because he wasn't by himself. I forgot the name of that guy that used to play the guitar with him and sang right alongside of him. And some of those songs, man, that's why they still are relevant to this day. Man, if you go in the 70s, if they made a better era of music, man, I doubt it. I doubt it. That's just my humble opinion, man. The 70s was a bad boy. Hey, Mr. Ringo, thanks for that super chat. He said, it's funny how these dick watchers can't help but watch YouTube channels they say they don't like. That's a great point, man. I mean, if I don't like it, I'm just going to keep scrolling, but I'm certainly not going to turn you in to anybody. I mean, it's one of those shut the fuck up and mind your own business type of things, but it's YouTube, you know, and you can't tell people how to run their channels and how to earn a living. I was just telling you my feelings as having been through that. They took me through the ringer, guys. I can't even explain to you really how many nights, how many restless nights. I'm 8,000 miles away, by the way. I was a victim because I wasn't bothering anybody. People made this shit up, man, and they'll place it in front of the authorities. Okay, because they got enough stuff over here to be bothered with. They're not worried about YouTube and all that. But if you put it in their face and say, hey, this guy's over here, did you know this Sunshine Shoulders is exploiting Filipino women and human trafficking, huh? And, you know, they come after you, man. It's not a good thing, guys. You know, but we keep following these channels. We keep supporting them. And they're going to keep on doing it. Hey, Michael Alexander, thank you for that super chat. He said, Brother Cal, we appreciate you. Man, I appreciate you too. May 2nd, if you're anywhere in the Philippines, you can make it to the meet and greet. Meg's Resort. It's official. 4 p.m. until. Good food, great people, man. Great conversation. I'm going to make a video and have a live stream. Come on, man. Come on by. He said he wanted to quit and start writing for movies. But he, you know, we think it's overnight success. But he had been toiling along, man, you know, really in obscurity. And then I believe Operator or something, one of them little simple songs he made, because remember, back in those days, hell, they wasn't but 2 minutes long. It shot him into the atmosphere, the stratosphere. No, because these were Canadians. This website that was fucking with me were Canadians. Okay, they probably got plenty of Americans feeding them the information, but no, that's who was messing with me. Hey, Manuel. Yeah, he said those are the good old days. He'll say they'll try to catch you, something, clip it and take it out of context. Yeah. See, you know, a good friend of mine is getting married Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to the wedding because one of my trolls is going to be there. He doesn't understand it. I don't want to be around somebody like that. Even if it's, you know, it's your wedding, yeah, but you got to understand, man, y'all never been through that stuff before. When people want to get you deported and really bring harm to you and your family, you can't just look the other way like that didn't happen. I'm not going to come after them, but that doesn't mean I have to be around them either. Hey, what time's the Travels? Thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, we need an expat community center. I'm in. we're going to get together. A guy actually sent me a business plan, and I'm going to bring it, as a matter of fact, to the meet and greet. And just, because people show up there, man, architects, engineers, lawyers. This community is full of those type of people. And then just blue collar people like me. Yeah, rule number one is real. He said, Jim and Kobe flying in that fog, got them. Those pilots couldn't see, just sad blessings to them all. Yeah, it was raining or something that night. Uh, the subject today is live every day as if it were your last. Time's not running out, but your life is. We talk about this stuff all the time because I got to remind people, you're so caught up in that matrix, you're on the hamster wheel, all the stress and strain you're under. You forget this stuff. Somebody has to remind you to live, man. My ex-American wife, her nephew, her great nephew, he just died. He had an aneurysm. He was the life of the party. 28 years old, really close to my kids because, I got a daughter that's 28. And I got a daughter that's 25. Okay, and a daughter that's 2003 is 21, and then a daughter's 29. They all grew up together. And, I was just trying to, support them and help them. And I said, death should teach us more than it does. Okay, it's not just all that we all were given a death sentence at birth. It should teach us to live. It should teach us how to treat one another. You're not going to live to be 1,000 years old. Okay, I wrote this down and said we were all given a death sentence at birth. It doesn't get any worse than that. Why would I want to compound that by treating you badly? Live and let live. See, I'm going to live until I die. I'm not going to let anything get in the way of that. But we get lazy. We start procrastinating. We start putting off stuff tomorrow, what we could do today. And we forget about our dreams, man. Everybody's got dreams. That bucket list. But for some reason, we give up. We didn't come this far to give up. That's what I'm saying. Because most of us are in the fourth quarter, whether you want to admit it or not. Some guys say, "Oh, I'm 60. I'm in the third quarter." Okay, well, it doesn't matter. You're not going to live to be 1,000. We didn't come this far to give up. As far as men are concerned, the older we get, the more valuable we get. Our wisdom, our money, and everything like that. So I asked the question here, are you getting the most out of your life? Be honest with yourself. Are you really pushing yourself to be better? To be the best version of yourself? Or are you just coasting along now? You just go coast to your grave, basically. I'm not going to do that. I'm pushing myself, see, because I have everything to gain. I've got nothing to lose. If you don't want a woman to want you for your money, then be something more than your money then. Give us something more to like about you than your money, if you're so worried about that. Okay. Hey, Kevin. He says, I really enjoyed the view of that park where you shot that video earlier today. Yeah, it was actually yesterday, my time, but it's a beautiful park. Under normal circumstances, it's beautiful anyway, but in normal circumstances, when the grass is green, air is beautiful. And what I didn't show you was, and you only see this kind of stuff in the Philippines. I don't know why, but in a section of that park, they've got small replica buildings of every important structure in San Carlos City. The market, the bus station, City Hall. I mean, it's amazing the detail that people go through to build up these little replicas of these buildings. I should have showed y'all that. But this park is right on the ocean. It doesn't get any better than that. He said, Otis Redding died in a plane crash too. Yeah, and it's crazy. I was just reading something. They said that he didn't immediately die, that he was strapped in his seat. See, that's a nightmare to me. I don't even like to think about that. I don't want to put that in the universe out there like that. They said, but he went down, was strapped in his seat, couldn't get out. And it was so cold down there, and he froze to death on top of drowning and everything else. But does that teach you anything? It doesn't. Because the minute we forget about that, when my mother died, see, that's the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to me. I've never recovered from that. It made me live because now I can't deny that death is real. Okay, you can be in denial all you want, but when somebody that close to you passes away and you're looking over them in the casket, there's no more delusion. You're going to die. So why not live, man? Why not give it the best? So whatever I do, I try to give it my best, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, he said left eyes accident occurred in a vehicle with several passengers. She's the only one who didn't make it. Yeah, she was driving, by the way. She was speeding. But I think she had a death wish. You can have a death wish, man. My brother had a death wish. No, she didn't die in a plane crash. That was Aaliyah. You know, you gotta follow. See, this is what happens when, and I'm not blaming anybody for their death, but a lot of times people can, they can hasten their own death by not listening. If you believe everything that's being put out there, when Biggie Smalls died, okay, when Biggie the rapper died, so many people that day told him don't go. Not only that, but he had been in an accident and hurt his back or his leg or something. He was actually in a wheelchair. He even had no business going out to LA. They told him don't do it. Same with Aaliyah. You know, then here she is, a big mega superstar. She's riding on this little raggedy plane. It's overloaded. You know, everybody's like, you know, you can shoot that video some other time. No. See, no. He said, you're right, Cal. It's 4 million. I was like, no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in some cases, we literally are saviors over here to some people. We mean more than what's on the surface, Bridget. This is what I'm saying. See, what's on the surface is, oh, you just an old man. She only wants you for your money. No, it's deeper than that because it's more than money. It's a whole lot deeper than that, okay? Hey, Modoc, Rough Stop. We got some nice restaurants here, but no, I didn't say that because I don't speak for all foreigners. I don't speak for all Filipinos. Just a small fraction that date each other. Okay, and then it even gets even smaller of the people I'm around in my situation. Okay, so no, don't put any words in my mouth. Y'all like to do that. This is how you get people in trouble. What did Kaz just say? They'll take a clip and then they'll take it out of context. Okay, that's what you're doing. And if you keep it up, I'm gonna get rid of you. You got to go somewhere else with your bullshit. Okay, because you're not real anyway. I just tolerate you. Okay, but you're skirting the edge. You're walking on eggshells right now. We don't need that here. Moments of Mist said we have to guard our dream. The Matrix tries to beat it out of us daily. It is. You know, a friend of mine, we were chatting today, and he sped up his departure because of, and this guy is really, I mean, he's not the typical man. This guy's really successful on all levels. time, health, and money. And he sped up his departure. He said, "Can I see it? It's as worse as I've ever seen it." And because he was talking about, he said something about corruption here. And I said, well, corruption's everywhere. I said, we just approved $25 billion for Israel and $60 billion for Ukraine. Meanwhile, families over in America are struggling. I said, that's corruption, in my humble opinion. And he said, yeah, and those same people, they'll come over here and get into that white supremacy stuff. We didn't get into all of that, but he said, that's why I'm out of here. But we do have to guard our dream, but you have to give it everything you've got. And I think most of us are lazy. We always got excuses, Mitch. But you're never too late to realize your dream or your goal. We become what we think about. If you focus on something, it's going to happen. It cannot not happen. It's the law. But our minds are all over the place. We can't make a decision. He said some don't even have a full fourth quarter. Yeah, see, as precious, I don't even know if precious is a strong enough word to use, Raymond, as time is. Why do we take it for granted? Because it's human nature. We've fallen into this matrix. It's a matrix. Man created time. There's no such thing as time for real. Okay, we created that. That's a part of the matrix. You don't know if you're going to walk outside the damn door. My nephew walked out his door and fell dead. Left his Rally's burger and fries on the kitchen table. 36 years old. Had no idea when he woke up that morning he was going to die. And you don't even know either, but we sit around, we probably waste more time than anything else because it's irreversible. How much more valuable is it than your health then and your money then? Because it's irreversible. You can reverse bad health. You can go bankrupt 10 times in America and recover. But you can't get that precious time back. So I got to remind y'all over and over, even myself, I better be doing something to get better, to be the better version of myself, the best version of myself. Because procrastination and laziness are not only dream killers, man, they're life killers. He said Harry Chapin was another one kind of in-the-style Jim Croce. He died in a violent car crash on the Long Island Freeway. Yeah, I like that Cat's in the Cradle. Again, 70s, James. Some of the best music. I mean, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is just full of 70s artists. All across every genre. Soul, rock, soft rock, hard rock, heavy metal. They were there, man. Me and Marilyn, we were watching a video yesterday of the Commodores in 1975, before she was even born, on American Bandstand. And, of course, the lead singer at that time was Lionel Richie. She couldn't believe it. Blown away, man. This was long before all those other hits he started writing in the 80s. Hey, Mengistu, Walter Mariam, he says, I just came back from America. Can't believe how everything is big. Houses, cars, food, average weight, so much access. Spoke to people. It is a hamster wheel. You are spot on. They are all burdened by. It is. I learned that a long time ago. I was an insurance agent and I had to work. I was working twice as hard to maintain my same lifestyle. That's what the hamster wheel is. You're running, the faster you go, but you're not going anywhere. You're just getting more tired and more worn down. And at some point you say, there's got to be more to life than this. Chasing bills and buying bigger houses. One of my friends I grew up with, my heart just sank. I looked on Facebook. And now he's 1 year older than me. Okay. He may be 61, about to turn 62. He just buys this big old truck. And don't get me wrong, guys, you can do whatever you want to do with your money and stuff. And I'm like, dude, do you really want to be paying that for 7 years? You know, but he doesn't really know any better. And he's showing it on Facebook, and he's so proud of that. And I'm thinking, boy, it's a lot more I could do with my money than buy a big ass truck. And it's a huge truck he bought. It's beautiful. See, that's all a part of the matrix. You caught up into that stuff. Cars and all that material stuff, man, that you just can't take with you. Yeah, see, I'm not gonna get into it with that Bridget. It's nothing. He said, yeah, 1 foot in the grave, the other in a banana peel. We know this, Harold, but we don't do anything about it. It's like we take it as, well, okay, I'm supposed to live to be 73 and that's it. So, you know, I'm just going to slide in to my grave. And a lot of us are running to our grave. Smoking, drinking, not working out, eating McDonald's 7 days a week. And it's your life, okay? I'm just saying, don't start complaining on your deathbed. Yeah, we're eventually going to get rid of her. He says it's a simple move to attract women with material things. Stay quiet, never mention money is the best way. And to be honest with you, we're not even trying to impress women. We're more trying to impress men in the matrix with all them gold chains and all that fancy stuff. Because that's all you going around. You want to impress your friends. You ain't really talking about no woman, man. You're trying to impress men. That's the crazy thing about it. He says, I'm willing to help with the community center. We need support to help people and not attack people. Yeah, that's going to happen. But we got to do it the right way because they're going to be watching. See, they're not going to do anything, but they're going to watch. And see, if we just, waste 1 penny, they're going to be all, man, make a video about it. Okay? We're going to dot our I's and cross our T's. And maybe it was just meant for me to put forth the idea. Maybe somebody else is going to grab it and take it the rest of the way. I don't know. But I know it's needed. It was needed yesterday. It's far too many of us coming over here. We're disconnected from home. Do y'all people think that these experts don't know what they're talking about? When I posted that article in academia, it wasn't an article, it was a report. The 5 reasons why expats fail. One of them was you're disconnected from home. You don't get any support from home. One of them was you get no support from your new country. The first one was they picked the wrong person to send overseas. So when it comes to us, some of us are the wrong people to come to the Philippines. You'll probably do better in Thailand or somewhere else. You're the wrong person for the job. So you're going to fail. That's the number 1 reason. Then, of course, relationships. Then the last one is a plan. We don't have a plan. These are people who study us, study people. That's their job. But we won't even listen to the experts. We know more than the experts. He said JFK Jr. wasn't licensed to fly that particular aircraft. I know he wasn't properly trained on flying at night when you have to fly only instruments only. I just don't believe in that. We're all gonna die. Okay, when the airplane was invented, they knew then when they started doing those studies that a certain amount of people are gonna die every year from plane crashes. But they did it anyway because the better of society overruled any deaths. Same with cars, same with everything. There's actuarials who actually do these studies. Well, how many people are going to die from smoking? Well, it doesn't matter because it's so lucrative. We got to overlook that. And they don't really overlook it, but it's just something we don't overlook. Trains, whatever it is, bubble gum, fast food restaurants. But the good of the society overrules any deaths, but death is written into everything. They know exactly how many people are going to die and everything like that. So it's no big deal to them. Moments and Mitch said, the death of my mom changed my life forever too. I've never recovered. I think that's at the root of a lot of my failed relationships. I sabotage them, because I don't know. When my mother died, it left a void that it just can't be filled. And I think, it has a lot to do with my failed relationships. When I lost my mother, it's like I don't want to, I'd rather be the cause than somebody, leaving or something like that. So I'll sabotage it. This is just my opinion. But when my mother died, I dreamt about my mother. Well, she came to me in my dreams every single day for at least a year. I mean, it was like she was still alive. Craziest dreams, Mitch, where we go and dig her up from the cemetery and say, yeah, you got another chance. They found the cure for this particular cancer. All kinds of stuff. I'd go back to our house, which is tore down by now, and I'd be living there, and my mother would be in there cooking and stuff. And I'd be like, Mama, I thought you was dead. And it's just the craziest dreams I had about my mother. She's solidly in my subconscious mind. And see, tonight, because I'm talking about her, when I sleep tonight, she'll appear in my dream. But yeah, I never recovered from that. Charles Butler said the universe is run by the complex interweaving of three elements: energy, matter, and enlightened self-interest. I wouldn't doubt that. We don't have to be experts in physics, Charles Butler, to understand the law of gravity. And it's the same when you talk about universal laws. You don't have to be, an expert in the complex interweaving of three elements: energy, matter, and enlightened self-interest, for it to be real. And this is where people get off the bus. They say, no, it's simpler because it's God or whatever it is. They're more willing to believe that there's one man up there with a beard that's running all this stuff. Okay, it's like you got the child of a man to think that. I mean, they want you to suspend your thinking and believe that, whether if somebody comes along with another explanation and say, you know what, the earth is spinning at 1,037 1/3 miles an hour on its axis. Did you realize that? You're not standing still. Okay. And it's also traveling at 60,000 miles per hour. It's facts. I'm not making this up. But nobody wants to believe that. Okay, so when you point up at the sky, you're not pointing up at the sky, because the earth up may be down, or maybe over here, maybe at the 60-degree by the time you point up, because we're not standing still. We're going like this. So it's all kind of laws in place to keep your ass in place. But because it sounds so complicated, make it simple for us, because we're dummies. They dumbed us down. How do you think they control us? How do you think so few people control the masses of people? They have to dumb us down, so they dumb you down. Does it make any sense to anybody but me? Well, you say, how can such few people control everybody like that? Yeah, Ayala, yeah, it's crazy. Well, if you want to believe that, DeMarcus, I wouldn't. I'm not going to. I got to respect your beliefs, because your reality is your reality. Your perception is your reality. Is your reality. Okay, he said nothing is a coincidence, Calvin. Everything happens for a reason. We have a destiny, but sometimes we can alter the course of history with our choices. History doesn't lie about that. But see, that's where me and you don't agree. I don't believe that I have a destiny like that. I'm in control of my destiny, whatever it's going to be. It's not something that was written down. The only thing that was written down in stone was I'm going to die. The minute I'm born, I'm start to die. Okay, now what I do in between those times, that's up to me. I've got control of that. I don't need some slave master, some puppet master. I got a brain that I can do. I have some say so with that, DeMarco. This is where I get off the bus with all that type of thinking. Okay, it's an excuse for us to wander around thinking, oh yeah, it's destiny, it's supposed to happen, this and that. It's an excuse for us to be lazy, for us to do nothing and not take control of your life. I'm sorry, man. I can't buy that. Yeah, thank you. Say it. He said history doesn't lie, but the men who write it do. They certainly lied about Christopher Columbus discovering America. Look that up. Put that in your pipe and smoke it among all the other lies. Okay? Did you know the Philippines was called something else before it was the Philippines? A Spanish explorer named it that in the 1500s. When this place has been here as long as the earth's been here, they called it the Philippines. Okay? But Christopher Columbus never stepped foot in North America. He never even glimpsed it. But they put that in the history books and they beat you over the head with it. What else are they lying to you about? If they'll lie about something like that, that you can easily look up and realize it's a lie. But by that time, it's caught wind and it's spread. Now they're looking at you stupid and say he did discover America. I mean, why are we even celebrating Christopher Columbus? Has anybody ever asked that question? Okay? All right? Why are we even celebrating him? Because Europe was on a downward spiral when he went out on that voyage. Yeah, you can easily lie because nobody's going to read. Nobody's going to read. Nobody's going to pick up a book at all and read. As long as we continue to let them control us and lead us, they're not going to have a problem because you're not going to pick up a book. They think I'm playing when I say, they think I made it up when I said, 57% of Americans never pick up another book after they leave high school. 57%. So that's why guys like Donald Trump can be made into this cult figure over there. They give him credit for everything. He didn't do shit. Remember we were talking about who do you think was in control was sitting in Oval Office when this damn pandemic started? So we were talking about all the, it just shows you the president is nothing but a figurehead. We were talking about all the pandemic employment, unemployment and all that. He was sitting in the Oval Office when all that stuff was approved and everything like that. Let's go back here. Let's see. He said, I learned about the lies in school. He said, we're the CEO of our destiny. We are. But it gives people a reason to be lazy. When they think, oh, well, you're supposed to die of a heart attack. It's written down in the book. See right here, he wrote it down. You're going to die of a heart attack at 60 years old, so there's no sense in you stop smoking. It's meant for you to smoke. And they'll go all the way, because, the problem I have, and I've always had, My father had an answer for everything. He was a preacher, so you come to him with something. He always had an answer for something, so they're going to keep on going and going. And he talked about, well, what about the dinosaurs? They don't, were they real? And they say all that is. I've got people right now that I consider my friends who tell you that the dinosaur bones that they're finding, okay, aren't real. They were, it's a script. They were staged and all that. Crazy. It's a lot of stuff, but if we don't read for ourselves, we're going to believe whatever they tell us. Like I said, it's we the people. They gave Ukraine $60 billion to continue their war efforts, but then they'll have the nerve to get on the news and talk about some type of ceasefire or some type of peace agreement. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Okay? But we're never too old to improve our lives. Okay? You don't reach the finish line until you die. That's the finish line. Just always keep that in your head. I don't care how old you are. If you're still living and breathing, you can do something. You still got time to accomplish something. That's all. He said it all came from someone's literature, religion, how fast the world is spinning, percentages, etc. Yeah, but the fact of the matter is we've got the Dre Diggity Show. We've got proof. We've got satellites now that can monitor all of that stuff. I mean, do y'all understand that they're not just making this stuff up? But they'll put in the benefit of doubt in there to throw you off. And you know what that is, don't you? It's fear. They'll scare your ass. Now, here you are. You're only going to be here with just a wisp of smoke in time, in this illusion of time. But they'll have you thinking you're going to be here long enough to burn forever. We buy that because you're afraid. Why would I want to follow something like that has to scare me instead of just presenting yourself and saying, okay, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that? You got to scare me into submission. And then they'll say, oh, no, they give you free will. No, it's not. That's not free will. If you don't do every damn thing I tell you to do, you're going to burn forever. That's not a free will. I'm sorry. He said, let's leave religion alone. We have our beliefs. God isn't an old man in the sky. He's a spirit, but I'll leave that alone. Well, whatever it is, I respect it. I'm just saying that it's easier to say that some man somewhere, because you just said it, he isn't an old man in the sky. He's a spirit. That there's somebody somewhere in control of your life. So that way you don't have to be in control of it. That's all I'm saying. He said, I was just watching Terrence Howard's video interview the other day, and it was really interesting. I didn't realize that brother was so intelligent. Check it out when you get a chance. I will. But that's the point. We're told who to believe, who to follow. Some people who are really giving you the information, they're made out to be some kooks. Oh, they're crazy. Don't listen to him. And they'll, discredit you. But here's another thing what we do, and it has a lot to do with being lazy. Like M said, people are just too lazy. So it's easy to go along to get along. It's easy to get in line and do what everybody else is doing than to forge your own path. Because it takes some courage to do that. When everybody else is going here punching the clock, signing for the mortgage and all the other stuff, getting married to somebody, that it's not going to work out. Than to forge your own path and say, well, I'm not going to go that way. So when you meet guys, like I got friends of mine who are in their 50s, they don't have children. People look at them like they're weird. Like, what's wrong with you? What happened to you? Well, I'm not ready to have children yet. I haven't had them yet. He says, us writers have the power to change the world, Calvin. The pen is more powerful than the sword. Yeah, it is for the people who read, but it's not going to do you any good, Jesse, if people won't read. So people are reaching more. There's people who follow YouTube more than anything and Facebook because they can actually see it. They don't have to read on their own. So 35% of adult Americans get their news from Facebook. That's crazy. It is an experiment, really. We don't really know all this stuff, that all these beliefs and religions and stuff. It's mankind's really sincere attempt to understand life, because it's just like William Shakespeare said, what little we know of death, life should be a paradise. What little we know of death, nobody knows what's on that other side. So they're trying to understand it. They're trying to make it better so you can be comfortable with dying and all of that. Oh, there's a man that's going to lead you through a light tunnel and all that, and your body's going to lift up. You're going to live forever, whatever your beliefs are, instead of living. Because people are more concerned about my soul when I'm dead than when I'm alive. It doesn't make sense to me. These people hate me, but all of a sudden they want to give me a religion that's going to save my soul. Oh, okay, yay. They're so concerned about my soul when I die. Damn it, I'm here now. I need help now. I need love now. Help me now. Don't wait till I die. Damn. Like, does that make sense to anybody but me? Oh, okay. You said, guys, the other Michael Alexander is me. That's my tablet I'm on. Okay, thanks, brother, because, boy, you have me confused. Yeah, he didn't discover what I resisted, but I'm just saying, that's the language they write. He discovered. And if it wasn't for him, one of the craziest things that I ever heard in my life, when they talk about chattel slavery in America, there's black preachers that say, well, we'd have never heard of Jesus if it wasn't for them, brutalizing us like that. Is that the only way I'm going to learn about Jesus? That's the only way I can learn? You got to treat me like a damn animal chained out in the fucking yard, chains around my neck, my feet. Look it up. It's true. I'm not just babbling. That's the only way I can learn about my Savior. I got to go through all that bullshit, man. Yeah, this is even lazy. All I got to do is believe. Let's go, y'all. Okay. We already talked about death should teach us more than it does. It should teach us to live better, okay? To want more out of our lives. But most of us, we don't live any better existence than a dog out here. He's concerned about food, sex, and shelter. That's it. But we're supposed to be these divine creatures. Then act like it. I don't believe people are divine by birth. Okay? We're in the fourth quarter of our life. It's time to stop bullshitting, man. Either shit or get off the pot. And get out of the way of people who are still striving. Stop hating on people and getting in their way, turning them in to the authorities and all of that, trying to cut their trip short. We were all given a death sentence at birth. It don't get any worse than that. I'm not going to compound it by treating you badly or unfairly or anything like that. If you want to fly to the moon, I'm going to get out of your way. I'm not going to get in your way, man. And that's what we're doing. You know, they talk about religion. You look up Napoleon Bonaparte. He didn't believe in, he was an atheist, I guess, because he certainly didn't believe in religion. So one of his top agents said, look, we'll be able to control the people a whole lot better. It will make more sense when you see all these people with this wealth next to somebody who has absolutely nothing. You know, let them dream about the pie in the sky while we're living our heaven right here on earth. This is true. This is why he allowed religion to be practiced in his, when he was, you know, in charge, in command. Yeah, I believe that. You know, but let's get off there. Let's talk about we won't live to be 1,000 years old. Okay, does everybody agree with me with that? Can we agree on that one thing? We may disagree on sports, politics, religion, but can we agree that we're not going to live to be 1,000 years old? So if that's the case, then why are you wasting so much of your time? Time that's irreversible. You can erase, you can reverse your health conditions. Okay, you can reverse your financial situation. You cannot reverse your time. So why do we waste so much of it? Why are you sitting around right now not doing anything? Where's your bucket list that you want to accomplish? Do you have a bucket list? If you don't, why don't you have one? How are you going to spend out the rest of your days? Tell us that. Put it in the comments. Let me read some of this stuff. Yeah, yeah. It said, unfortunately, the people only give you flowers when you die. Yeah, but they're so damn worried about my soul when I die. But now when I'm living, they could give a damn about me, about things I have no control about. People hate me because I got brown skin. Well, I love my brown skin. Get used to it, okay? But they're so worried about me when I die. It's crazy, man. It doesn't make sense to me. So, you know, okay, get on my case for having a brain, for thinking for myself. Yeah, people out here starving all around. You got all these people who have, very few people have all the money in America. They could solve all the problems. Okay. And we don't, we're not disrespecting that. You can believe whatever you want to believe. He says, I believe in a higher power, God, whether it's a person or a collective of the universe or a whole or whatever. The universe is made up of systems. I don't think it all came out of thin air. I don't have to prove to you where the universe came from and all that to make my to validate my beliefs. Okay, that's on you to prove that all that other stuff that y'all talking about, blood turning to water, water turning to blood, and all that, people walking on water and all that stuff like that. It's up to you to prove all that. But if you want to believe that, go ahead. It doesn't make me a bad guy because I don't. You don't believe in Santa Claus anymore, but you used to. That don't make you a bad guy. And the Easter bunny and all that stuff. Where's all this stuff? You know, it's too confusing to me. It's too hypocritical to me. Yeah, yeah, give the flowers, you know, I'm alive. If people would just live their religion instead of talking about it, the world would be so much better. But all they want to do is talk about it and beat you over the head with it. Just live it. You got people over here in Israel, supposed to be the Holy Land, killing innocent children, babies. Okay, innocent men, women, children, and babies. Okay, so don't give me that stuff. You know, yeah, that's right, yeah. But I'm just saying, you know, Hey, love and freedom, what's going on, brother? But they don't like you when you get out of line. They look at me like I'm crazy. I've had some of my biggest supporters stop following me simply because of my beliefs. What does my religious beliefs have to do with your salvation? Okay, you should have sympathy for me instead of hate. See, practice your religion, hypocrites. But some of my biggest supporters are no longer following my channel right now. I can name them, but it ain't gonna make a difference. Y'all see them, they're not here anymore. Okay? What I believe has nothing to do with your salvation. Okay, and you just prove to me that that religion that you following isn't teaching you a whole lot. Okay, he says, I feel like humans want a better world and a better country than the one they came in. They want a better earth. Well, wish in one hand and shit in the other, and see what you're gonna get. Wishing ain't gonna get it. Okay, we have to do something. It takes action, and it doesn't prove that. What's the lady who said this? One of the greatest uh, quotes ever. She's the one who used to work with, she's an anthropologist. She said, if mankind was so smart, smart as we think we are, why are we destroying the only home that we've got? Okay, that was the greatest quote that I've ever heard, because it's true. If we're so damn smart, if we're so intelligent, if we're so divine, why are we destroying the only home that we have? And we're destroying it, guys. The food is poison. The air's polluted. The water's polluted. Okay? These are facts, okay? So you're talking about you want a better life, then prove it. Quit being followed around, drinking plastic, throwing it away. It's ending up somewhere, guys. Okay? It's ending up somewhere. Yeah, see, this is another thing. He's exactly right about this. This is the type of stuff that goes over our heads, because I talk to Merlin about it all the time, because I try to educate my woman. We sleep in the same bed together. We act like we just woke up and the world is the way it is. It's always been that way. History doesn't seem to matter to anybody. He's talking about the gold standard. It's absolutely true. Up until then, there was no international debt. We didn't owe China. We didn't owe any of those countries. It basically gave people a license to steal. But my channel is different. We want to talk about real life stuff. I want to try to learn as much as I possibly can, and at the same time share some of the information that I have as a 60-year-old man. Okay, that's why my videos are different. I look a little deeper than underneath the surface. And when you do that, people get uncomfortable. They get uncomfortable. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. We're destroying it. Okay, it's going to reverse itself, but every human being will be dead by that time. Okay, I'm sorry. A lot of people don't even realize the water you drink, and when you think that's new water, look it up. In Texas, 70% of the water you drinking is recycled water. Somebody else then pissed it out in the toilet and they recycled it, and you drinking it again. It's not new water coming from somewhere else. It's recycled. Yeah, the only thing new in the world is in this world is a history you do not know. We don't believe in history. It doesn't matter to us. So somebody like Donald Trump, they can forget all about his history. It don't matter. Yeah, you're right about this, okay? He said, yeah, new water. Right. You know, when you say something like, okay, here's the real reason why Filipino women treat you so well. When you do a video like that, people will hate you for it because they want to think it's something else. Okay? Why in the world would they treat you any better than they treat their own men? There has to be something deeper there. It is deeper, but you don't want to see it. You want to think, oh, just leave it on the surface, Carol. That's it. We'd rather. That's why, you know, people ask me, a guy I consider a friend of mine. He says, have you ever contemplated quitting YouTube? I said, I have. I said, because I didn't sign up for a lot of shit I put up with. But my channel's too important now. It's bigger than me. I can't leave this story to just a bunch of white guys running around the Philippines. I'm sitting in front of their computers. Somebody like me, with what I believe and everything, has to put their message out there too. The guy was just on my live stream, the 2 live streams ago was the last live stream. He said he's so discouraged. He said because he's looked up information on YouTube about the Philippines, which he doesn't have to do it, by the way. The Philippines has a whole a whole tourism department that could give him every answer he wants. He says, and all I see is white men on here running around the Philippines talking about women and different things like that. I can't leave it to just that. Okay? And my channel's bigger than what it is. But of course I contemplated it. You know, I'm a human being. You don't sign up for the shit I've been through, but it makes me stronger. But when people hear truth like that, they get offended. Oh, what are you talking about? It's a fact. Cut on YouTube, damn it. It's a bunch of white men running around the Philippines talking about women. It's very little Asians, very little black people, very little Latinos on YouTube in the Philippine genre. I'm not trying to be divisive. That's a fact, okay? Whether you believe it or not. Well, they're trying. He said, I think space colonization is happening soon, Calvin. Scientists are trying to find planets for humans to live. What do you think of it? Well, because they know that this life, they about destroyed this one. Okay? See, real life doesn't jive too well with that fantasy and with that religion and stuff. Real life, it just doesn't jive well, guys. It doesn't go together. When you say, you know, this perfect being of yours, why did he create such an imperfect planet then? This planet is fucked up. Okay, do your research, look it up. It's a little bitty, tiny planet, but it's fucked up. Human beings can only live on just a tiny percentage of the damn thing. Okay, that's a fact. Okay, the conditions are too inhospitable. They're not for human beings to be there. Okay, so they're looking. They're looking because they know, the people in the know. Look at that damn what's the guy's name who runs Facebook? You don't think he's building that underground bunker for a reason? Why in the world would you spend $250 million to go on the ground like that? Something's going on. He's in the know, guys. But when you talk like that, people think you're crazy. You know, but you know, when you tell truth like that, they don't like it, but it's a fact. I mean, I'm not lying. I'm not trying to be divisive. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. Okay? If I'm new to YouTube and I look on there and I cut it on, that's what you're going to see. A bunch of white men speaking for everybody else. Okay? And you can't have it like that because there's not just white men over here. And then the brown men that you do see, They always want to sugarcoat everything because they're afraid to really tell you the nitty gritty. I can do that without disrespecting people in the culture. I can give you a real life view of how I'm seeing it, but they don't want to do it. It's all shits and giggles to them. Reactionary videos and everything great. They don't want to tell you simple stuff, man. Like, how important friendship is over here. No, they want to build up the woman over here to a point where it's not even real anymore. They take the fun out of it. That's when you get over here and guys are like, well, I thought, well, he said this and that. Every woman that they have is the greatest woman that ever walked the earth. It's not true. Okay? I'm sorry. So when somebody comes in there and says the only reason she's really with you is because she's near starvation a lot of times, not all of them, the ones that deal with us, okay, and you're literally a savior, but people get mad at me. The guy says how my wife said that brother's always trying to start something. No, I'm just telling you the truth. There's no reason why there's no other reason why a 20-year-old woman would be in love with a 70-year-old man. I even want to be in his presence unless it's his grandfather or something. That's why those kind of age gap arguments and stuff don't make any sense. It has nothing to do with the age. It has nothing to do with the color. But who else is going to tell you that but me? It has to do with some incomprehensible conditions that some people find themselves in over here. You're just stepping into it. It's been over here for a long, long time. Stop putting anybody down. It's just how it is. You didn't create the circumstances. It has a lot to do with that. But you want to think, oh, I'm great. I'm this great guy. Okay. No, I'm not a quitter, but he asked me that question and I gave him the right answer. Because you say, well, you can't choose your audience. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm trying to tell you. You can't choose your audience. If I made a decision a long time ago, I didn't want a certain type of people following my channel. So I wasn't going to make all that stuff like that. I wasn't going to really make it all about the women like you see people making about women and their channels are blowing up. I don't sleep well at night with that because it's more than the woman. You're going to need more than that when you get over here. That's why I made the video. This is why you won't make it in the Philippines. And you give just my opinion is all it is, but nobody else is giving that type of opinion. It's too sweet. He said, I believe it. He said, Calvin, my wife and I will be visiting the Philippines soon. I would like to invite you and your family to lunch. Man, sure, brother. Now, you're doing something that a lot of men are doing. They're bringing their wives with them to the Philippines. Okay, imagine if you had, with everything that the Philippines has to offer us, other than women, okay, the good weather and everything, the warm and welcoming people, the lower cost of living, and now you bring a woman that you actually know, that you met in your own culture, wherever you met her, and you bring her over here. How much better would life be? You wouldn't have all these questions that you have to have answered for you now. You got a travel buddy. You got a conversation right there with you. Your friend right there with you. It's all there. But we don't do that. So somebody needs to give some form of, real life. Hey, David S., thanks for that super chat. He said, Calvin, your message today is on point. Sharing some needed wisdom. I salute you. I just have a conversation, David, that grown people should have. We're not kids, man. And the stuff I see on YouTube is something teenagers would make. It's much realer than that in the Philippines. It's a whole lot better than what they're presenting it to be. It's not just about young women over here, man. It's a much, much, much more over here than that. But we seem to only make it about that. So when somebody makes a video about real life, oh, you're negative. Oh, you're angry. No, I'm just real. I'm telling you what you're going to see when you get over here. Okay? When everything gets quiet and slows down, you got off that honeymoon period, and you got to make a decision. Am I going to stay here? Or am I going to go back? Because most people don't go back. They run somewhere else where they're more comfortable. Because the Philippines would chew you up and spit you out if you're not properly prepared. If you don't have, yeah, but see, you're doing more than disagreeing, Bridget. You're causing trouble. You're saying stuff that isn't true. We don't mind that you're on here. That's why I haven't kicked you off. It's not about that. Okay, but when you say, you put words in my mouth that say that foreign men are Filipinos' salvation, I never said that. Okay, see, then now you're wrong. And you're always facetious like that. Nothing you ever say really is to the point. If you are a Filipino, how much could you offer this live stream instead of the bullshit you bring to the table? You should be ashamed of yourself if you are a true Filipino. All the information you could give us, all the great information to help us on our path, but this is the best you can do? Get out of here. Don't buy that. Bullshit, man. Hey, thank you, Mopar, for that super chat, man. I really appreciate it. He said, I appreciate your channel and information. You gave me the confidence and courage to pursue my best life. I bought a round trip ticket, man. Yeah, man. And accommodations for an entire month of November for a first meet tour. I got to applaud you for that, man, because, see, that's what it's all about. You seeing a regular looking guy over here doing the damn thing. And I can be an example. I can be an inspiration for you to do the same thing. Even if it doesn't work out, man, at least you did it. Okay? You can check one more thing off your bucket list. You're not sitting around listening to all that negative stuff. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting up off the couch. You're no longer a member of the Armchair Bro Association, Mopar. Okay, you consider yourself a traveler now. All you got to do now is get on the plane. You've done everything else. But these guys who come over here like it's Bridget Bailey, this is an armchair bro, claiming to be a Filipino. Filipinos have a whole lot more sense than that. They got a whole lot more knowledge about that. If you really want somebody to see somebody really blow up, let a Filipino get on here and give you the nitty gritty, but they're not going to do it. They're going against their thinking. It's not in them to do that. Okay, so you're always going to get the sugar stuff. Okay, but if you with a woman or with around real Filipinos and you listen to what they're saying and you ask questions and stuff, you'll see the real deal. You'll get the nitty gritty. But they profess to be a Filipino, and that's the best you can do. That's all you can bring to the table. We don't need you here, man. You should be telling us all kind of stuff on here. Well, you're just lurking around, trying to find somebody to argue with. We don't need that. Hey, Blizzard Abroad, thanks for that super sticker. I see you're still making videos, man. I would talk about my experiences when you were here, how it weighs up against where you are now, your plans when you come back. I would keep on doing it because that's how you're going to get traction. You can't stop. By the time YouTube found me, basically, put me out there to the people, I already had 200 videos. And I probably didn't have 500 or 600 subscribers. I was making a video every day. I would suggest that to anybody because it's enough yoga. He said yoga fight Pattaya, Thailand, Halloween. Now, is this the yoga that was supposed to have put Tom LaChan in his place? I called his bluff. I saw something about that. They said you didn't play that crap. They said you stood up to the bully. Frank Ellis says when the party dies down, what are you going to do, sink or swim? And it's going to die down because it's a hell of a party. It's a hell of a honeymoon when you get here. And you can string it out for as long as you want. It depends on your money. You can string it out. But if you have any plans on really staying over here for a considerable period, you got to, let the rubber hit the road. You got to meet reality at some point. And a lot of people are afraid to do that. They've got enough money. They can stay on Boracay and Palawan every damn day. Okay? They can do all that and be on vacation mode. Yeah, they're going to run game on me, man. I've been around too long for that. And they're wasting their time. They're not wasting mine. They could be doing something else, getting their own live stream. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm sure, bros. And some guy, I don't take credit for that. It was a guy in my comments when I was talking about those type of people, the plantation bros and the no passport bros. They're armchair, quarterbacks, basically. They got all the answers. They haven't left their damn living room couch. But they want to tell you yourself and this and that. They never been over here, okay, and lived, and faced the music. It's easy to talk about what you coulda, shoulda, woulda did. We don't have time for that. Life goes by too fast. We living it. We're going to make our mistakes and everything, but at least we're living it. He says, Ryan AP says, I'm Filipino-American, and even my family say that if you go to the Philippines with the intent to meet a woman, you're going for the wrong reasons. Have a purpose of why you're going. Make it not about the woman. See, this is all I'm saying. This is lessons learned because it's too much stuff going on with the women over here that it's just too much, man. That's a rabbit hole that it's deep, man. And it's cringy, too, to keep talking about women because we really don't know them. Okay, but if you come over here, more likely, you're going to find some stuff that you wasn't looking for. Okay? I'm just telling you, man. One thing that I found out is that they want to keep their foot on your neck. They don't want you to go anywhere. For somebody like me who loves to get out among people and travel and things like that and explore, that could be a problem. Okay, but some guys, they don't care. They don't care. They come over here as losers. They come over here as weak men. And they want somebody to run their life. Okay, these are the ones that push back at me. Some guy, there's nothing wrong with being around your woman 24 hours a day. You're supposed to be around your woman 24 hours a day. That's a damn lie. How you ever going to earn any money to take care of your woman if you're around her 24 hours a day? Everybody should be able to have a life of their own. But I mean, when you make it your sole purpose for coming here, man, you have some trouble. You don't know enough about it. I don't know enough about it. I've been over 15 years. I don't know enough about it. You certainly don't. But you're going by these grinning, cheesing men you see on Facebook. It's going to tell you that she's the best thing since sliced bread. Are there outstanding people over here? Absolutely. But it's a whole lot more to that story than what they're telling you. He said, aside from work, what else is there? What do you mean? It's all natural beauty over here. Why don't you just get out and walk? Go walking. Just the fact that you're in somewhere different. This is, he said, aside from work, what else is there? Rand. He said, adults don't make friends. Why don't they? They seek out a network to get women or money. If you have a job, money already going anywhere, it's about finding a companion. But it doesn't have to be your sole purpose. Okay, you get the woman now, what? You don't have anything in common with her, by the way. This is only that she's a woman and you're a man. That's it. That's it. Okay, and it's only when you start living together are you going to see the mistake you made by making that your sole purpose. So you can talk all that stuff you want when you're over there. Wait till you get over here and you pull the trigger, okay? And then you're going to see it's a whole lot more to this than what you're thinking. That's limited thinking. You're going to see, you're an armchair bro, believe it or not, even though you may be a good one. You're still a back seat, bro. No, they're not even a back seat, because if you're in the back seat, you're over here with us. So no, he's an armchair. They always talk about what they can do, and if they were here, and they got it all figured out. And they've never left their living room couch. Okay? It's crazy. If you believe the actuarials who say that 17% of American citizens, 17%, how many people would that be? Okay, have never left the state in which they reside in. But they know all the damn answers, man. Yeah, it never gets old because it's true. And the no passport, bro, they don't have a passport. They either can't afford it, okay, for some reason they can't get one, which I don't know what that would be. Okay, they have no desire. They just get on YouTube and, pick with guys who are trying to find a new way to live. There's no blueprint. I'm always out here stretching my legs, spread my wings. He said, as long as there's no storm in January, I'll be happy there. Yeah, come on over Moments with Mitch. I want to sit down and talk some money with you. Yeah, I mean, he is absolutely right. You can't make, if you're going to get it, if you're getting it straight from the horse's mouth, if they're saying don't make the focus a woman, okay, because they know there's something else behind that. It's a lot behind dating over here that people will never tell you. I'll take you all the way to a certain point, then I got to stop, man. Because it would seem like I'm disrespecting the culture, the people, and all that when I'm not. But it's a whole lot more behind dating over here than just seeing a beautiful, attractive young woman online coming over here and moving in with her. Man, you guys don't have no idea. Some of my friends over here have literally been kidnapped. They cannot go anywhere. Certainly can't go around foreigners. No, they've literally been kidnapped. And if they were part of my family, I'd be concerned. But remember, shut the fuck up and mind your own business. That's as far as I go is talking about it. Okay, but it's true. There's guys over here, man, who bitten off more than they can chew. Yeah, well, some guys, they on their honeymoon period. When you're on that honeymoon period, you can't reason with you. This year, that's like, man, I should have came here when I was 20 and all. You heard crazy stuff like that. You was 20, you wouldn't have the money to get over here. But they say all kind of crazy stuff. I wish I could just stay in this hotel with you forever and all that. I wish this night would never end and all that crazy stuff. This is when songs is written. People write this stuff on their honeymoon. It's the same over here. But when you got somebody like me who's falling off the cliff, work their way through the all hell breaking loose period and make it to the other side, and you look back, it's like, hey man, I know what you can do to get over here. Because it's just as good over here on the other side as it is on the honeymoon period. It's really better because now we're seeing clearly. We're not in a delusion. It is what it is, okay? I can deal with it. But over here, man, you don't know what's going on, man. You're spending all your money. Yeah, henpeck, man. Some guy said, you make me laugh when you with that term. But that's a term my mother and them would use. Yeah, you know how hens are. If you, okay, over here, you know, there's a lot of chickens and stuff right here. When one of her little chicklets tries to leave that little area, here she comes. RA says, Sunshine Shoulders, sensible, intelligent man. He's experiencing more than the Philippines. Yeah, but you know, I don't know everything. We're just having a conversation. Thank you. Because 10 batteries has more power than one battery. Y'all really make the conversation over here with your comments and stuff. But I know I'm not listening to dummies, but the script has been flipped. Okay, they got us thinking it's all about the women. The dating sites have a lot to do with that. When they know it's not true. How could it be true if it's all about the woman? She can't get on a plane and come to see you. Now that would be making it all about the woman, wouldn't it? If she could consciously get on a plane, she could afford it, she had the visa and everything, and came to see you. That would make a whole big difference, wouldn't it? But because she can't do it, you're the one buying that expensive plane ticket, making that long ass plane ride, coming over here paying for the Airbnb, the hotel, and everything else, dinner, whatever you doing, the lechon, whatever it is, you're doing that. You're making all the sacrifices. How could it be about her if you're the one doing everything? And she's just over here living her life like she normally does, whether you show up or not. How could it possibly be? When are we going to give ourselves credit for everything that we do, everything we bring to the table? We won't do it. Because a lot of the guys who coming over here, they've given up. All they want is a woman. It don't matter what she looks like. It don't matter how old she is. I just need a woman. I need something to stick into the socket, you know. And the woman's got them. So you see them over here. They don't come around. But at some point, I just want to remind you that you matter over here. You are the damn party. Doesn't matter if people get upset about that when I tell you that, because it's the truth. No party till you get here. I'm talking about the women we deal with. There's 110 million people over here. Okay, obviously I'm not talking about everybody, because every Filipino doesn't date foreigners. Only a small segment of society does. Small, tiny fraction. That's who I'm talking about. Okay? You don't believe me? Go on Facebook. Follow some of these guys who are over here. You'll see. Yeah, give me the thumbs up, guys. John Hart says, if you go there, why would you want to sit in Cebu or some other city and do nothing? No way you have to no way. You have to get out and see things. Alan said that. He said, Calvin, you know, I listened to you. He said, I didn't want to just come over here and be stuck in one place. He said, and then when I go home, people are going to ask me, what did I see? Where did I go? And if you come over here and you get stuck, you're not going to see nothing but the inside of that woman's thighs. That's all you're going to see. I'm telling you from experience. When I came over here, man, I spent all my time, okay, 1 week in Cebu, the other week in Lapu Lapu. I couldn't even have told you how to get to SM Mall. I had no idea there was a Barakai over here. I didn't know because I didn't do any research. I just simply got on a plane and came over here. 99% of the stuff I talk about, I've already experienced. I'm just trying to help you. I'm saying, look, don't do that. And then when you do get involved with a woman, it's like you're married. So you better be happy with that. Okay, because you're jumping out of the frying pan over there into the fire. And it's hot over here. Okay. You're not going anywhere. This is the point, though. This is what I'm saying. We have nothing in common. RA says, how do these relationships work when they don't speak each other's languages? In a whole lot of ways, we don't speak each other's languages. Not just the literal language, but just the way we handle situations. And the way we solve problems, the way we approach things. It's all different. But you're not going to know that until you're staying with somebody and seeing it every day over and over and over. And you're going to see stuff like with me, procrastination drives me crazy. But they call it Filipino time. Okay? That would drive me crazy. The only thing you really have is you're a woman, they're a woman, and you're a man. You got a dick and they got a pussy. That's it. Everything else, man, okay, if you don't believe me, come over here and hang out with a strange Filipino man. Because you're coming over here hanging out with a strange Filipino woman. Okay? It's only the male-female dynamics that's going to make it seem like it works. But a lot of times these first relationships don't work. It takes you meeting a few of them because you don't know what constitutes a good woman and what constitutes a bad one. And so you're just going to keep on, getting in that ring fighting until you finally find one that you can trust and you can get along with. And then it's still it's a growing process. I mean, me and Merlin been together 5 years, man. We got a long, long way to go. That's why I wanted to celebrate it. She said, oh, there's nothing to celebrate. See, it's a big deal to me that we're celebrating 5 years. It takes a lot to do that. But you have nothing in common. Come over here then. You don't believe me? Hang out with a Filipino man that you don't know. You just met him. And you're going to see how little y'all have in common. And then it's going to show you how little you have in common with that woman you're sleeping with. You just got a dick and she's got a pussy. That's all. That's the reason it works. Okay. Hey, Chuck Smash, thanks for that super chat. He said, thanks, Sir Calvin, for giving me great advice when I needed it. I moved to Thailand a year ago. I'm hoping to visit you in the Philippines later this year. Thanks again. Your challenge is true. And I really appreciate that, man. I don't take that for granted. I'm just glad I can be helpful today. Really. Because that's all my challenge is about, man. That's how I started it. To help Filipinos suffering during the pandemic and lockdowns, and then help the new man and woman who has an interest in coming to the Philippines. I just have my own way of doing it. That's all. It's no different than what those other people are doing. They're trying to be helpful. But I don't know, it's just, if all you're seeing is the guys grinning, turn on YouTube right now when you get over here, go on your feed and you're going to see. The women, she's the best thing that's ever happened to me. He found the best thing. And how do you know? You ain't been with the woman but a week. And we're saying all this crazy stuff. That shows you they're on their honeymoon period. There's no way you know. If you only knew what was coming down the pike, you wouldn't be saying that. Okay? Yeah, power of the pink. Because they know that's work. They know more about us than we know about them. We only know, we don't have anybody but people like me who are going to sit here and kind of like, come on, guys, let's have a support group meeting about what's going on over here in the Philippines and what you're going to find. They have that. A lot of my channel is mimicking what I seen, the support group that I saw in America in my little city of Louisville, Kentucky. Of 1 million people. They got a powerful Filipino support group over there. You need a job? Okay, you need a place to stay. You need a ride. We're having a cookout over here, Filipino foods. Okay, you wanted me to introduce you to my husband's brother or whatever it is. Whatever it is, I don't care what you hear about, the crab mentality over here. When they get somewhere else, because they're all over the world, it's a whole different story, man. You can't beat it. Okay, you can't beat it. And all you got to do is take your wife to that first Catholic mass that Filipinos have one Sunday a month. And you're going to see it. You're going to be like, wow, I didn't know all this was here. I'd never seen a Filipino in Louisville, Kentucky. I went to that first Catholic mass, and there he was, doctors, lawyers, all kind of supervisors, housewives. People just got here. People just had been there for 20, 40 years. Okay, rich, poor, everything. But they were all set together, and at the end, we all ate together. Everybody bought something. Okay. We have none of that when we get over here. Okay. We have none of that. Absolutely none of that. We don't even want to be around each other. What are you doing? Do me a favor, honey. Give me a drink. I only got like 14 minutes. But that's why they're at such an advantage of us. But when I come on here and just try to give you some real life, and you push back. I want to be around, well, who wasn't you supposed to want to be with your woman 24/7? And all that, and come on, man. Thanks. I had to make it even. It's always a pushback. AC King says, not trying to be crude, but you have a better life to offer her. She has beauty, sex, and maybe companionship to offer you. What else does she offer? I can't think of what else does she have. I'm not even at the point where is it even? Because if you're satisfied and she's satisfied, what difference does it matter? I'm just trying to shake guys up out of this delusion that women really love you when you first get here and that they want you for your good looks and intelligence. There's guys who really believe that. No matter what age they are, they believe it. And they believe if you're a certain skin color and everything like that, that they put you above everybody else. It's just not true. The age gap thing is nonsense. It's all about survival. It's all about a struggle. It's incomprehensible to you because you've never been here. It's only when you get over here and she takes you to meet the family wherever they live and everything. This isn't putting people down. I'm just telling you that there's more to dating than you see on YouTube. A whole lot more. It's deeper than that. That rabbit hole goes deep. When you see reality, and it's harsh. Okay, it is. It's harsh. And then you'll go back to a video like I made today and say, oh, okay, I see what he's talking about. Doesn't mean it's wrong. There's nothing criminal about that. Find somebody you can trust and you can get along with and then be done with it. Y'all coming over here trying to find love, man. You're looking for love in the wrong place. Okay? It's a struggle over here for the women we're dealing with. I'm not talking about the middle class and the upper middle class and the rich who aren't even looking at you. You don't even exist as far as they're concerned. I'm talking about the women you're dating on those dating sites, those dreamers. Because they're all dreamers. If they're on that dating site, they're dreaming of the day that a foreign man can come over here and rescue them from their inhospitable circumstances. Okay? That's facts right there. That's real life facts. If she grows to love you, then you ought to thank your lucky stars. But it's not going to be the type of love that you had in junior high school. It's going to be the love like she cares for you because you're living together. But all this do Philippines like black guys, do like short guys, does the age matter and all that, man? That's foolishness. They need to stop making videos like that. It's comical. It's childish stuff. I got a grown folks channel. It's foolish. Talking about that, nothing to do with that. All these women ain't got, they don't have, what's the word? They can't afford to be choosy like that. They're smart over here. They're not stupid. They're a lot smarter than us. They're certainly a lot stronger. Okay, just because of the circumstances. But you think that a woman, here you are, you got everything else that's going to just take her out of the mud, give her an opportunity of a lifetime. And you think she's going to look at your skin and say, well, you know, he's too dark. I don't date black guys. And then throw you back and then have to go into that. Remember, their dating pool is different than ours. And they've got culture. They got a certain way of doing things. They're more monolithic than this cesspool of men that they have to pick from. They know that. Remember, it doesn't matter your color. If you're a good man who's not going to mistreat her, who's going to take care of her and respect her, your color ain't going to matter, dude. And if it does, okay, she needs to starve. Okay, she needs to go back in there. Be careful what you wish for, okay, and fight it out for another 10 years. Now she's 10 years older. They're too smart for that. Okay, they're too smart. Jumping the gun, hell, that's too lightly, man. They be doing more. Okay, I want y'all to envision something because we only got about 8 minutes left. I want to tell you how crazy we've become in our thinking. I was here during the pandemic. Men were wanting to get married online. That thing got traction. And you should have seen the line of men wanting to sign up for that one, thinking it would get them in the country. Excuse me. I knew a long time ago, I said, oh, we're dealing with a different animal this time around. Okay, this pandemic changed everything. Go back and watch my video, March 15, 2020, changed dating in the Philippines forever. It's a different expat over here now. He wasn't here pre-pandemic. He wasn't even thinking about the Philippines. Okay, then you add on to that the pandemic and the lockdown and the loneliness and all that, chronic loneliness. You got a mess over here now. I can't fix it. I just tell you, you know, like I said, my vlogs are inspirational, motivational, entertaining, but most of the time informative, but never bashing. I never disrespect or put anybody down. That's all I'm on here for. You cannot fix, okay? It's literally going to take us 1,000 years because whatever progress we were making, the guys who came over here when the Philippines opened up pushed it way back. I mean, really, a house and a lot is not enough for women over here now. I want to warn you of that. Okay, tip top is not good enough for them anymore. They're going to start talking around each other, because they have a reference. Now, remember I said they don't have a reference? You know who the reference is? It's their friends and relatives who have a foreigner. Because no woman in her right mind over here can call you cheap. But if she sees her sister or cousin or best friend, the foreigner, and bought her new car without a license, by the way, a house and lot and everything like that, businesses and all that, and then you come over and say, hey, let's get to know each other, let's slow it down. Oh, you cheap. You got to throw that one back. But yeah, they got in line. That getting married online really took off. And it just shows you the condition our minds are in. Okay. These men who are grinning on Facebook telling you how great Filipinos are don't realize the Filipinos are not from outer space. They don't have any great powers. If they did, they wouldn't use them on you. They would use them on themselves to take themselves, lift themselves out of their condition. But we keep buying it over and over, these guys, white guys, and I'm not being divisive, I'm just giving you facts. On these motorcycles going around, look, girl, look, they love us over here. Look at the women, the province women, this and that. They're not giving you any substance, okay, at all, okay? So, keep buying into that stuff you want. You get what you pay for. Yeah, they got it on lock because I'm gonna tell you, it's not the matrix to them. And by the time they figure it out, hell, they don't care. You're coming out of a total different existence. I could never really um, tell you because I'm not in their mind, because this is why I'm not mad at my wife for leaving me at the lowest point in my life, by the way. Just left me and my son over here, really. She sugarcoated it and made it look like, that she's worried about losing her visa and all that, right? But I'm not mad at her because I didn't grow up in her situation. I don't know what she sees something totally different over here than what I see. The same with America. I see something totally different than what she sees. She wanted to get back over there. I guess, when we were over here and she'd been around familiar people and places, maybe it triggered something in her. It's like, hey, I wanted to get away from here. And she shot back home, man. She hasn't been back really but one time to get my son. Okay. But they've got their support group, which we don't have. We do not have it. He said, no matter where you go, marriage it's going to end up with a problem. Yeah, because especially here, because we have no idea how much we really mean to their circumstances. We take it for granted. We think it's just a relationship. You hear people talk about it all the time. When you break up with a Filipino, you got to basically leave the island, probably the whole country. Because what you've done, man, you cut her off from that new life that she's been wanting so bad, dreaming of so bad. She's angry. She may never get back to that because they're under the delusion. These armchair bros got them under the delusion that there's thousands of men waiting in line at the airport for them. It's not, man. The guy said it. We're trickling in. Okay, it's not enough for the demand over here. That's a fact. Okay, so now they're turning to, they want the Western man, really the American man. You don't believe me? Look at the Philippine Statistic Authority. It tells you who they're marrying, who's signing up for the K-1s. Americans by far. I believe it's 4 times as much as the next one, which I want to say is Canada. They got it on there, but we're way ahead, far above anybody. But now you'll see videos that say, oh, yeah, the Koreans are a threat to passport bros. No, lady. Stop with that. That's false information you're putting out there. Not true. But yeah, it's going to end up with problems because that's what I'm trying to tell you in the video today. You mean more to the relationship than what you're giving yourself credit for. You have no idea when you get hooked up with a woman over here what that entails. You can't just walk away after you've been with her for a certain amount of time and she sees you're a good man. You're going to take care of her. Okay, you're going to respect her. You got money. Okay, it's not that easy, guys. Okay, you're literally in the middle between her, okay, and disaster. But don't listen to me. Well, it's not just the white men, man. It's all colors, man. It's not just white guys. He said those white dudes be paying out like heavy, man. Why they have those horrific stories? Because the black men aren't coming forward. That's why. Believe it or not, the stories I tell are black men. All those horrible stories you hear on my channel, those are black men. The guy who sent the woman, it was 40 million pesos without ever seeing her. That was a black man. Okay? Those are all black. The guy who sent his whole retirement over here, 12 million, and the Filipino woman messed it up, didn't build the house. Now he says, oh, let's sell this piece of land so we can build, finish the house. He said, no. Who's going to take care of me and my kids when you die? That was a black man. Okay? The guy who was sending his whole life savings over here, got to Moncton Airport, and there was no woman. She ghosted him. They didn't say how much he lost, but it was his life savings. Hurt him so bad he fainted. They took him from the airport to the hospital. He was a brother. It ain't not, man, trust me, it's enough foolery to pass around here, man. It's out of control. Somebody has to kind of be a balance, man. And it's more videos on every day about how great the women are over here. And, you know, they've got qualities, of course, that you like because they're a woman. But, you know, other than that, man, it's on-the-job training. You got to learn from square one. Okay, you gotta take it from square one. It's no easy way, and that's what we want. We want to come over here and find the perfect woman, and that's it, because we're lazy. But yeah, thank y'all so much for your super chats, super stickers, all my members, man. Thank y'all so much. I will have that members only live stream in the morning. I didn't have it last week. I apologize. All my thumbs up, all your support when you watch my videos and stuff, guys. I know sometimes some guy in Bacala said, yeah, Cal, you're just an acquired taste. And maybe I am, you know. But somebody's got to give it to you like that. That's the only way I know how to give it to you. I can't sugarcoat. I can't sleep well at night. Okay? You can say a lot about me, but you can't say he didn't lie. Because I knew eventually the Philippines was going to open up and people were going to come over here. All I got is my credibility. But if you see a bunch of men cheesing online, and they're white guys, and on motorcycles and different things, in their living rooms and stuff like that, there has to be somebody around to balance that. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm not a racist. I don't have a power to be racist. It doesn't do me any good not to like anybody, to be honest with you. But I'm just telling you what's in front of me, what I'm seeing. I see the same videos y'all see. And the black guys you do see on there, man, they're making it out to be a party 24 hours a day. Okay? They're adding more sugar to the tank than anybody. Drink up, smoke up, the women, party. You know, you can't do that 24 hours a day, guys. I'm sorry. But take care, everybody. My battery just went down on my gimbal. Don't do nothing stupid out there. May 2nd, Meg's Resort, St. Carlos City, y'all invited.